I think he has clearly sent a strong message to have the Navy built into a stronger Navy, because if we compare the Navy with two other services, we could easily conclude that our Navy is not very much combat tested. But history has put our Navy at the forefront in that we have a global interest overseas, in that we have to show the increasing international responsibilities as a responsible power. And besides, we also have territorial disputes with some claimants in the South China Sea and between China and Japan. So it is in this sense that China got to build itself into a big maritime power, and in that regard the Navy will certainly play a much more important role in the days to come. I think the Navy is developing very fast. Last year alone, we have dozens of new naval vessels coming into service. And right now, our Navy is also operating in the Gulf of Aden. Actually, from the beginning of 2009, we have maintained a strength of at least 3 ships at any given time. So as a result, the PA Navy is becoming much more experienced internationally. It is spending more time in the international water, sometimes in the never charted water, be it in the Aleutian Islands or be it in the Atlantic Ocean west of the African continent. So as a result, the PLA officers and sailors are becoming more experienced internationally.
Now the U.S. Navy is patrolling in the water close to the South China Sea, and many foreign media sites is a sign of escalating tension in that area. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't think so, because it's perfectly all right for us to conduct trainings in our own waters. Well, if you talk about Americans sailing in the South China Sea, I believe most of the time they are deliberately provocative in that they sailed into the 12 nautical miles of China-controlled islands, and these are not commonly used international passages. So they mean to challenge your rights. But as a result, it is actually the American Navy who actually made a lot of accidents. For example, last year with 5 accidents altogether, which cost not only the lives of their own sailors and officers, but also pose great risk to the life of other innocent people. Therefore, that is how we have maintained that freedom of navigation is not only about freedom of navigation, and it should not be taken as freedom of military activities.
So in your opinion, what's the role of the Chinese military force in the world? I
think with the strength growing, a major power has to show the greater international responsibility. And this is exactly what we are doing. We're not only conducting counterparachuting in the Gulf of Aden, we are also doing peacekeeping in Lebanon and in Africa. And we also do a lot of disaster relief to those countries that are stricken by natural disasters. And we also help with counterterrorism.